today's video. I want to get a huge shout out to Jason Capson. Big shout out to Jason for following me through this journey and supporting me and commenting and DMing me questions and following me on all my social media pages. So big shout out to you. Make sure if you want a shout out, just make sure you leave a comment on this YouTube video or DM me on Instagram at MarcusScott23. Thank you again, Jason.
What's happening, Be Different crew? It's good to see y'all. Man, I done got settled in. It's feeling good. I mean, good chemistry with my guys. Everybody been in the gym. I know I done got in, still my 3-a-day sessions. So it's really about, 500 makes, really, a day. And this is great. It's going great. I mean, the energy is good. Right now, this is the night before Wednesday, so Wednesday will be Fried Chicken Wednesday. I'll definitely have some vlog stuff going on tomorrow that you will see in these next couple of clips. But I'll use this as a time just get to know Marcus vlog, just to get some things that I may have missed in my introduction vlog. So basically just some little small stuff that I'm gonna get into just about me. Okay, so I'm Marcus Scott from Hinesville, Georgia. It's only about 2.5 hours from Fort Valley State, so it wasn't that bad of a drive coming up here. So I was fortunate, as I told you in my previous video, I got a D1 offer from the Air Force Academy, and that was a pretty long drive from Georgia to Colorado. I brought my car up there. I can't be in college without a car. I mean, I'm blessed, thankful for my parents that I'm able to have a car on campus, but I had to make that drive. Basically just, from Hinesville, Georgia. I won a state championship at Jenkins High School, class 3A, my freshman year, and then I transferred to Brunswick High School for the remaining of my 3 years in high school. And that was just a great journey. Had my mom, she was the guidance counselor there. It was just, my dad was the assistant principal at the school I was at my freshman year. He wasn't there the next year, so just had to get a change of scenery. A couple of my AAU teammates were at Brunswick High School, and just moved there just to be able to play with them guys, but basically start with my height. So many of y'all may not know, but I'm 5'9", so I'm 5'9", blessed, been offered a D1 scholarship at 5'9", been the conference MVP at 5'9", so just for all the short people, I want y'all to use this as motivation to know that height doesn't stop nothing. Height doesn't stop nothing. If you want to do it, you can do it. I done windmill before. I can include that in the video. I done been around tall people all my life. I'm a basketball player, so most teams I was the shortest player, but nothing's gonna stop you. If you want to do what you need to do, you will find a way to get it done. And it's just been a blessing. Just to start, my basketball journey, it started when I was little. I mean, I've been playing basketball all my life, ever since I can remember. In Hinesville, our rec department is pretty famous. Rec ball was very huge in the city. I'm gonna include some videos and clips of that, but championship games would always be live. Everybody in the city would pop out to come watch the game. So my city, Hinesville, Georgia, is definitely a basketball city. The community supports whoever comes from there. Speaking of Davion Mitchell, he's NBA player, top 10 draft pick from my city. Was one of my guys. I'm pretty close with him. Spent the summer with him 1 year. I've just been blessed to be born in that city and just around a lot of basketball-minded people. It's just been amazing. So that was kind of the middle school experience, just playing rec ball and playing for the schools. You know, it's just been good. Fun fact that in rec ball, my team, we would always go undefeated. And then when we get to the championship game, something would happen. Something would happen. Like, you know, one year I had to sit out for something. I forgot what I did, but I had to sit out the next year. You know, it was like a game winner. Like, it'd be live. I'm gonna show some clips, but it'd be live, the games there. And then I got to high school. So like I said, my freshman year I did at Jenkins High School, and we won a championship, and that was just amazing. It was an amazing journey. Our point guard actually, he hit a game winner. I could probably provide that clip as well, but our point guard hit a game winner, and we won the 3A title. I mean, it was just amazing. It was just amazing. So freshman year was pretty good, and then sophomore, junior, and senior year, I was at Brunswick High School, and then Brunswick High School, I mean, it was pretty good. Had a decent sophomore year, but when I won that championship my freshman year, I thought to myself, I said, I want to get back to this. I want to get back to this atmosphere, and I worked so hard that summer, my junior season, to get back there, and when I was able to know that, you know, we ended up going back my junior year, it was just a wholesome feeling. Like when I remember the day of the state championship game, and I just thought to myself, this is a goal I went out and accomplished. I knew I wanted to get back on here on my terms. So I'll provide some clips as that as well. Just let the clips flow as they come. But the Sweet 16 game, we won by a game winner. I hit a game winner. No, that was the Elite Eight. The Elite Eight game, I hit a game winner. And then the Final Four, which ironically I played at Fort Valley State. I played that game at Fort Valley State, where I went, I think it was either 14 for 14 from the free throw line or 16 for 16. But that game was, it was amazing. Played against another good guy, Trevin Wade. Shout out to Trevin. It was a good game, you know. And then we made it to the championship, where we played a top recruit, Landers Nolly, and I actually had to guard him. So speaking back on the height, I'm 5'9". Landers Nolly, I think he was committed to Virginia at the time. I'm 5'9", guarding him. First half, you know, it's just, it was just a battle. It's just all about mindset, and I actually did pretty good. Going into halftime, I think we're only down by like 2, and we played kind of like a boxing one, and I was the one guarding the 6'6", 6'7" Landers Nolly, top 50 player. So that was a pretty good experience, and I'm thankful for that.
So right now I'm going to be displaying some pictures of me just being on the shoot machine, and I just want to make a point that if you know me, you know that I'm a pretty good shooter. Like I said, I can provide a clip where my coach said that he would bank the house on my shot. Like, he would bank his mortgage on me making a shot. Like, that is a very high praise from a coach, and I appreciate Coach Brownx for saying that on public TV.
I mean, he makes shots. You know, he makes open shots. You know, if he's open, you know, I told him I'll bet my mortgage on my house anytime he's open, you know.
But my point is, I just want to show the work that has to be done, because I don't just become a good shooter by just being a good shooter. Like, this is consistent work that I put in at each school that I'm at. So as you can see with these clips or these pictures, I shot 1,000 shots at each school I was at. And this is just one picture. So I was doing this consistently, you know, even where I'm at right now, Fort Valley State. I get up my shots, and this is all thanks to my dad, who motivated me and told me, hey, this is what you need to do, become a great shooter. And I am one of the best shooters in my conference right now. So I just wanted to make a point to all the guys out there that you have to put the work in. The work has to be done. You can't just wake up and just know how to shoot. You have to be consistent and have dedication to putting in work on your craft. So stuff didn't just come easy. It was days I didn't want to get up shots. It was days I didn't want to get up. But at the end of the day, when I look back at that SEAC championship, when I look back at the high school championship, and just all the success that I've had, I always think back to the hard times I had in the gym. So I just wanted to put that out there for the guys, just a little motivational piece. Just a quick update on my brand. Liberty County High School basketball in Hinesville, Georgia was able to put up my banner for me sponsoring them on their season, and that is just something of high faith that I am appreciative of. So when you come into Liberty County High School gym, you'll be able to see Be Different up in them skies and them Raptors. And I'm wishing the best to all the teams in Hinesville, Georgia, Broward Institute and Liberty County. I want all of the guys, everybody in Hinesville, to make it out. So just wanted to give an update on that and just say, hey, Be Different is coming up, and we're going to do some big things. So make sure you stay locked in with the brand and keep supporting. Just a quick little motivational piece. Now let's get back to the video.
All right, today is Saturday. Continuing from our previous clip, after the Air Force Academy prep, I was able to get into Savannah State University and started my freshman season there. So freshman year was actually a really good year. As a freshman, I averaged, I think, like either 16 something, which is pretty good for a freshman. I was second in freshman of the year running for the SEAC, so it was a pretty nice season. Just getting into college, being able to, score the ball at that clip as a freshman. I felt I was very blessed to do that. After that was the COVID. So COVID year at Savannah State, we only played 3 games. So COVID hit us pretty hard. A lot of different schools, they were able to get at least 10 or 11, but we only played 3 games that year. So sophomore season was kind of short. So I got that sophomore season back because of COVID, which would be my next year, 2021, 2022. So that year was a pretty interesting year. That was the year we won the SEAC championship, of course, and it started off pretty up and down with the season. We actually weren't predicted to win at all. We were predicted to probably lose first round based off the regular season we had. But getting through the regular season, not many people know this story, but basically our last game of the season, I think we played, I think it was Morehouse, and it was a pretty bad game. Last game of the regular season, right before we went to the SEAC championship. We had lost by, I think, maybe like 15 or something, and that was the last game before a playoff game. So our next game, if we would have played that and we would have lost, we would have been done for the season. So after that game, the team and I, we kind of just sat in the locker room, and we basically just talked about things that we needed to do going into the playoffs. So we all came together and said, we need to hash out a couple of things so we can come together as a group so we can win the championship. And I feel like that's definitely something that's unique about us, because not a lot of people would know that. A lot of people might think that we just made it happen some spectacular way, but we actually sat down as a group, thanks to Coach Brian X. He came up with the idea, as we did our post-game talk. He said, hey, we're not leaving this locker room until, as an insider we call it, we close the book. So we had a book open full of stuff we needed to hash out. And after that game versus Morehouse, we sat in that locker room for probably 40 minutes, just going around as a team talking about stuff that we needed to do to win and be all on the same page. So it was a pretty good conversation. I don't want to get into exactly what the conversation was about, but the insider is we closed the book. So basically, after that conversation, we came in with a renewed mindset, basically. A renewed mindset that I feel like helped us get into the championship and stay locked in. So actually going into that championships playoff round, that was the first time we won 4 games the whole year. It was 4 games in a row, actually. Let me correct myself. 4 games in a row. So we had to win those 4 games in a row, or we was not going to be conference champions. So yeah, each game was, it was good games. It was a great feeling. After we won the first one, we stayed locked in and then won the next 3. And it was pretty interesting because the championship season that year, the boys and the girls had the same 2 teams. So the boys team was us and Benedict men's basketball team, and then the girls team was Savannah State and Benedict's women's team. So that was pretty interesting. And our women's team, actually, they had a really good year that year. I think that was the year they set a season record. I think they won it was like, I don't know how much in a row, but they won a lot of games in a row. It was like 19 or 18 games in a row. So, shout out to the women's team. Yeah, we were able to win that game, and then we won the championship. It was a good feeling. I'll probably provide some clips of that. But it was a good feeling. The SEAC championship, we came as a group, and we watched to see which seed we would be and who we would play for the dance. So March Madness, we actually were able to get into it for winning our conference championship. And we ended up getting the bid to play the #1 team in the world at the moment, Nova Southeastern. So we came in as the last seed and had to play the #1 seed. But I mean, I think the guys were excited. I mean, we felt like we was underdogs, which we definitely were, playing the #1 team in America at the time. So everybody was motivated and, blessed to be able to play the #1 team. So we did play them. We actually ended up losing, but, it was a good experience, being able to play against those guys. They did end up actually going to go win it that year, pretty sure. So next, I went to Central State in Ohio, which it was ironic because I was coming off of the SEAC championship and I got the MVP. And Central State was actually the last to finish in the conference. So I went from the top team to the lowest team in the conference, which was, definitely a feat that I thought I was going to be able to tackle, very well, coming off the SEAC championship. Basically, my move for that just was, just to play the point guard. Had a lot of D1 coaches telling me that, for you to fit into our system, we might need you to play point guard a little bit. So when I was at Savannah State, played the 2. So Central State agreed to allow me to play the 1, so that's how I ended up there. And then with Central State agreeing for me to do that, I felt it was a pretty good opportunity. So I went there, and we had a couple injuries with players, and it kind of made us have to start like 3 freshmen a game. And starting 3 freshmen a game is pretty tough in college basketball. So the season was pretty up and down, but overall, for me individually, I did pretty well. I think I went up like one category. I went up 1 stat every category within my stats, so I think that was pretty good for me. Shot a pretty good percentage. I think I was top 2, if not 1, in leading the team in rebounds. So, for me as being a small guard, leading the team in rebounds was something that was pretty good for me. But that was Central State, and then just gotten out to Central State, one of my coaches, I'm not going to mention, but one of my coaches that I talked to, and he basically advised me that, hey, it's your last year, maybe you should try, playing at one of the highest conferences in D2. So I ended up going to Northeastern State, which is playing in the MIAA, and they were able to offer me a scholarship there, so I took it there. And that was definitely a journey there. But as I said before, I think it was like 6th game. I got injured and fractured my tibia, which was something that I never had happen before, having an injury that made me miss more than a month. So that was my first time dealing with something like that. And after the injury, it just was, kind of a lot of other stuff that was really bothering me throughout my time there. So I just took the time out to say, hey, it's my last year. I want to go somewhere where I know I'm going to be 100% comfortable. So into the portal again after that, after certain situations. Everybody want to know what happened with the Providence situation. Had coaches calling me, people that saw it, and basically I'm gonna just run down on what happened with that. So I was able to get an opportunity from one of the assistant coaches. He reached out to me and said, hey, we would love to have you as a preferred walk-on to our school. And I took the opportunity. I went on a visit, actually. If people got me on Snapchat or Instagram, I went on a visit. I posted it. I was in the locker room. I was talking to the guys. I stayed out there, got on the shoe machine. I even had a personal workout with the assistant coach. And me and Coach Kim English, we actually had a shootout. It was just a great vibe on the visit. And I left the visit thinking, okay, hey, I'm finna go to Providence. I'm finna do my last year there. And got my classes registered and all. So I left there thinking that, went back home, and then talked with my dad and was like, hey, we're gonna go to Providence. So what I did was the next day I had posted a commitment edit picture because I just wanted people to know where I was going. So I posted a commitment picture to Providence College, and basically within like 4 minutes of me posting the picture, I got a message from Coach Kim English, DM on Instagram, and he basically said, in all caps, "We not doing that. Take that down." You know, he said, "Our program is about humility," and basically what he was getting at was that I was a preferred walk-on and I wasn't able to post a commitment graphic. He said, "Preferred walk-ons do not post commitment graphics," which I was never under the impression that it was a problem. I didn't know that, you know, me posting that was an issue. I had looked up a couple of people that posted it as preferred walk-ons at other schools, so I didn't think it was an issue and didn't mean nothing ill by it. But when he told me that, he texted me that, and then maybe 30 seconds later he called me personally and he said, "Hey, we just have a change in heart. We don't want to extend that preferred walk-on to you anymore." So this was all in 4 minute span. I posted the commitment and I probably got like, 25 shares in 4 minutes on Instagram. So had to delete it quickly just to make sure things were right with him and do what he was saying. So at that moment, this is probably late August. So if you're looking at the time of late August, this is right before school starts. So I basically had to do a turnaround really quick to find a different school where I was gonna go that upcoming season. So I had Northeastern State, they were still holding the offer on for me because I actually told that coach, I said, "Hey, I got this D1 opportunity. If it doesn't work with them, I'll come back with you guys." And it didn't work with them. So I ended up going to Northeastern State. I was blessed to still have that offer there, and I ended up there. So that's what happened with Providence College. But I still wish the best to the Friars, and it was great seeing their campus and great meeting Coach English. Just stuff happens, but I'm happy where I am for sure. So now I'm at Fort Valley State, and everything has been amazing, so far. I have a great relationship with my coach, Coach Rob, Coach Wright, Coach Legs. It's a great coaching staff. All my teammates, we chill every day, we talk. We got no problems. I feel like it's gonna be a great year. We're in the gym all the time. Even with my vlogs, I have somebody with me. I'm never really in the gym by myself. It's always some teammate with me. So I think it's gonna be a pretty good year. I'm excited for it, and I'm ready to see what's next. So appreciate you guys on this journey with me, and